Hello. So, what is a double? Well, a double is a bid, and there are two kinds of doubles. There's a penalty double, which means you're telling your opponents that you don't think they're going to make the contract. And then there's a takeout double, which is what we're specifically looking at in this lesson. How do you tell the difference between a penalty double and a takeout double? Well, usually this is clear, but sometimes it can cause problems. The first thing to note is that all no trump contracts that are doubled for penalties. Usually means your opponents think they have the balance of the points and that they can get your no trump contract down. Other penalty doubles are suit contracts at the higher level, and we would normally say a double of a suit contract at the 3 level or above is also for penalties. Although that doesn't include preemptive 3 or 4 level openings. So let's now take a closer look at the takeout double and what a take shows. It's an opening strength hand, so we're looking at 12 or more high card points. Shortness in the suit bid. So whichever suit your opponents bid, then you should have a shortage. And the shortage is going to be a void, a singleton, or sometimes a low doubleton. It also shows support for the other 3 suits. Now, support here means at least 3 cards in each of the other 3 suits, because what you're asking partner to do with a takeout double is to bid their best suit and to say that you will be happy to play there, whichever suit they choose. By agreement, you can play that the double of a major shows 4 cards in the other major. And again, it's likely that you will have no 5-card major that you can bid. If you've got a super major suit with 2 or 3 honors in it, you're more likely to get a good result if you are overcalling your major suit. Sometimes when opponents open the bidding, you may also have an opening strength hand, but no suit which is good enough to make an overcall. That's when a takeout double might come to your rescue. We'll go straight to a hand. We have this quite strong hand in South, 14 high card points, and our opponents have opened 1 heart. What are our options? We can't make a suit overcall. To do that, we would need a good 5-card suit, and we will be misleading partner if we overcall any of our suits at the 2 level. We're not strong enough to make a rebid of 1 no trump, and we have a weakness in the hearts, so that's not an option either. The only thing we can do here is to make a takeout double. So what are we trying to achieve by making a double? A takeout double, as opposed to a penalty double, is used when opponents have bid at a low level, maybe the 1 or the 2 level, and we're not doubling for penalties. In other words, we're not doubling to say, I don't think you're going to make the contract. This is a specific takeout double, and it asks partner to bid their best suit out of the other 3 suits that haven't been bid. So we double here, asking partner here to bid either spades, clubs, or diamonds, depending on which is their strongest suit. So this is how it works. Whatever partner bids, we're going to be happy. We're going to be happy to play this contract in spades, in clubs, or in diamonds. But we do want to compete because of our strength. So what are the minimum requirements for making this takeout double? Firstly, you need to have an opening strength hand, so around 12 or more high card points. And what we're promising partner is that we have at least 3 cards in each of the other suits, so that we can find the best fit between us. These takeout doubles, we make over low level bids from our opponents, usually at the 1 or the 2 level. So let's go ahead and make that double. Okay, well, 3 spades from partner. So that's partner's best suit. And partner jumped to the 3 level. which is quite important. The thing to bear in mind here is that with our double, we've shown an opening hand. So North is responding to our double, knowing that we have at least 12 high card points and at least 3 spades. So with partners supporting at the 3 level. So it's important for us to bid to game here, especially with that singleton heart. So we can see partner's hand now, a lovely 5-card spade suit, and certainly enough points to go to the 3 level. Let's see how this plays out. An opening lead from East of the Ace of Hearts. So what are we going to do? But there are some trumps to draw. We will hold off drawing the trumps for a while though, because we should be able to ruff a few hearts in the dummy. So not much we can do on this first trick. We can win this in dummy or in hand. Good plan to win in hand here with the king. And then we can lead a 6 of hearts to trump in the dummy. Now we'll draw some trumps. Well, there's still one trump out, and that's with East, and that's the Jack. I'm not going to draw the final Jack because that will use up dummy's last trump. And so I'm going to play the 10 of hearts. Then we can trump that before I draw that final spade trick. We can play these diamonds. And we can play a diamond up. We can trump it in North's hand. And now time to draw that final spade. I'm going to throw a club away there. Cash this Ace of clubs. The 9 of diamonds is a winner because the diamonds have gone. Throw away this queen. And then we've even made the last trick with a trump. Well, that's great. We've made with 2 over tricks for a score of 680 points because we were vulnerable. And we can see how we made those extra tricks by trumping those hearts in the dummy before we drew out all the trumps. A quick recap on what you need for a takeout double. You need to have an opening hand, opening strength hand, so around 12 or more high card points. You need to be short in the suit that's bid by your opponents. You may have a void or a singleton or a doubleton. And the third thing is that you must have support for the other suits that haven't been bid. And by support, we mean 3 or more cards in each of those unbid suits, so that whatever partner bids, you are happy to play there. You're basically leaving the decision up to partner. One of the things to be aware of with a takeout double is that you are forcing your partner to make a bid. And so if they bid at the lowest possible level, it may well be that they have very few points. So do be cautious there. If partner makes a takeout double over a low-level suit opening from opponents, partner is asking you to take the double out into another suit. And you must do that even if you don't have any points. You must bid your best suit. You can only pass if there's an intervening bid from your opponents, or very rarely to convert the takeout double to a penalty double if you think you can get the contract down. West opens 1 spade. We have a double from partner, a pass from East, And now we need to think about how to respond to partners double. So what do we know? Firstly, to make a takeout double, North must have an opening strength hand. That's very important. Also, a hand with very few spades. In other words, a shortage in opponent's suit. And that's a singleton, a void, or a doubleton. And finally, support for each of the other three suits. And by support, we mean at least 3 cards in each of the suits. So what is partner expecting us to do? Well, partner is asking us to bid our best suit. Usually that's going to be our longest suit. We're not expected to have any points. So even with a rubbish hand, we need to respond. Anything from 0 to 8 or 9 points, we must respond. But because we're weak, we're going to respond at the lowest possible level. And partner will then know that we don't have many points to offer. So looking at hand here, well, opponents have bid spades anyway. So we only have one suit that we can bid, and that's the heart suit. You may be concerned that we don't have any honours in the heart suit. Doesn't matter. It's the length that counts. And bear in mind that partner has promised at least 3 in each suit. So we will have an 8-card fit in that heart suit. So we're going to bid 2 hearts. What next? We have a pass from West and a pass from partner. You can take a look at partner's hand now. 13 high card points, a shortage in spades, and 3 or more cards in each of the other 3 suits. You can see why North will be happy whichever we bid, whether we bid hearts, clubs, or diamonds. Partner's going to be happy to play there. Note also that partner didn't have another possible bid. Not enough points to make a no trump overcall and no stop in spades, and no 5-card suit, which is crucial for a suit overcall. So a takeout double here is the only bid that North can make and gives a brilliant way of getting into the auction. On this occasion, East passed, and that means that we had to respond to the takeout double. Had East made a bid, then we would have a choice as to whether we responded to the takeout double or not. Usually with some points, we're likely to compete. But when there's no intervening bid, we really do have to take it out unless we have such a strong hand in the opponent's suit that we think we can get their contract down doubled. If we pass partner's takeout double, that will convert it to a penalty double. We are set to lose 3 aces that are held by East-West and likely also the King of Hearts. So the contract should make 2 hearts plus 1. I'm going to show you a completely different type of responding hand now. Well, West bid, 1 diamond, a double from partner in North, pass from East, and then the decision about what to do. This time we've got some points. We've got 13 high card points. So first of all, partner is asking us to bid our best suit. Our best, longest suit here is spades. So we're going to bid spades, but are we going to bid just 1 spade? If we remember from the last hand, if we bid just 1 spade, partner will think we have very few points, if any at all. And so we must respond at the correct level. North shows an opening strength hand, so we must respond as though they've opened 1 of our suit, in other words, 1 spade. So what do we know about both hands? Well, we've got game points because partner's got at least 12, we've got 13, and we've got an 8-card spade fit. We're going to bid straight to 4. That's going to be passed. So 4 spades by South. Let's have a look at the cards now. We've got a great spade fit. We're going to lose the ace and king of diamonds. West is going to lead the ace and then the king. So we've got 2 immediate losers. And we lose either the ace or the queen of hearts, but not both. But we're going to make the 4 spades. The Again, we've got into the auction with a pair of hands that are difficult to bid without this takeout double. North doesn't have a 5-card suit to overcall, and we have a 5-card suit, but it isn't a very good one. So a double has worked really well for us. Let's have a quick recap on those responses to a double. So with 0 to 8, 9 point, we're going to bid your longest or your best suit at the lowest level. Prefer a major to a minor suit. With 10 to 12 high card points, jump bid your longest or best suit. And with 13 or more high card points, you want to be thinking about bidding a game. With no good suit option, you can make a no trump response with the same number of points as you would respond to one of a suit opening. 1 no trump 6 to 9, 2 no trump 10 to 12, 3 no trump 13 or more. But in this position, you must have at least one stop in the opponent's suit, or you could be getting into deep water. So this hand will be sitting in the north seat. The auction's already started. We can see the east has opened 1 heart. Our partner in south has doubled for takeout. West passes, and that means that we have to make a bid here. Partners doubled, asking us to bid our best suit. Well, none of these suits look very exciting. However, the takeout double is forcing us to make a bid. And so the bid here has to be 1 spade as our longest suit. East is going to put the bid up to 2 hearts. And our partner in south is putting up our bid to 2 spades. That's going to be passed by west. And everyone is passing throughout. I want to stay with this one. If we look at all the hands here, we can see that our partner had a very strong hand, 19 high card points, and a shortage in the heart suit that was bid by east. So in other words, south had a powerful hand, but not much defense against a heart contract. With 4 cards in each of the other suits, that's almost perfect for south, and south will be happy to play in any suit other than hearts. West has passed with very few points, and here the onus is on you to simply bid your longest suit. If you have 2 suits the same length, by the way, prefer a major suit over a minor suit. Let's have a look and see how 2 spades by north is likely to play out. For a score, just making the contract of 2 spades with a score of 110 points. Well, that was a very quick journey through the idea of takeout doubles, why they're different to penalty doubles, and also how to respond to your partner's takeout double. I hope some of it at least has been useful.